Do you ever think about, hey, my purpose now is bigger than football? Like, there are things even bigger that I can set off to accomplish. And do you ever say to yourself, hey, maybe I don't want to play football. Maybe I go do other things. Or are you like, hey, I'm a football player and I'm going to play in this league?
Well, looking back on my entire life, I've always prided myself on being more than an athlete and always having more going on than just sport since I was youth, pee wee football leagues. My parents kind of raised me that way. I would always, like in high school, I worked at Chick-fil-A in the mall. In college, when I was at Pitt, I got a valet job just to keep myself doing different things. I have a clothing brand that I'm wearing right now. So I always prided myself on having more than just football going on, but I'm a football player at heart. I love the game of football. It's nothing like that feeling of what it takes to build something with a team and go chase a goal all together. You hear it from players that are retired. It's they miss the camaraderie of the sport.
Yeah.
It's something like no other. So I'm a football player at heart, but I always prided myself on having other things going on. And life is long. The game of football, it don't last forever. So as long as I'm able to play and as long as I still feel like there's things in this league that I want to accomplish, I'll keep playing. But until then, um, everything else will stay on hold.
Looking back on this season, you played football your entire life, like you said, since you were a little kid. How was this season different coming back from what you came back from? Was it scary being out there, Damar? I mean, what was different about this year after you went through what you went through?
It was a journey, but it's all about, not quitting, and that was my main thing, was, to prove to myself that I was as perseverance as I thought, I was resilient as I thought. And, I proved it to myself. And there's more things that I still want to show myself and I know that I can accomplish. So I'm determined and I'm set out to do those things. That's my main focus and that's what I want to do.
What are some of those goals, if you could share them, whether they're professionally on the field or some of the things you hope to accomplish away from the football field?
I'm growing in my faith. I want to grow in my faith. I'm getting closer to the Lord. I'm making that the one relationship in my life that I'm prioritizing above all else, and then I'm letting all the other ones sort themselves out from there. I have football goals and football accolations, but they say when you share your
Right.
when you share your dreams before they happen, you can spoil them. So I'm keep them to myself.
I don't fault you for that. Were you a religious guy before the incident in January of 2023, or is that something that coming through the way you came through that has become a part of your life?
Yes, sir. I always was. I was a young kid. My mom and grandma's taking me to church. I don't want to be there for an hour and a half, but but I'm listening and I'm learning. And as I
Yeah.
got older, I had Christian backgrounds, and I went to a Catholic high school, and it kind of put me on a personal journey of my own, to kind of figure out where I was in my faith. And that was the most beautiful thing in my life, I think. Just figuring out that faith journey. Um, so it's been exciting. So I always was, deeply rooted into my faith, from a young kid, just, going to
Yeah.
church on holidays and Sundays with my mom and my dad. And then growing up and, just like learning that this is the most important relationship that I need to have in my life.
Yeah, amazing. Now, anyone who has followed your journey, they have seen you hanging out with, spending time with some of the biggest stars in the world. I remember back maybe a week or so, not that long ago, you were at Madison Square Garden, Knicks Lakers game. You're hanging out with LeBron James, and it looked like you guys had a really warm relationship. One, did LeBron offer you any sort of advice as you guys have spoken over the months since the accident? Has he helped you navigate this newfound fame? And is there possibly any sort of partnership or anything you and Bron might do together in the future, Damar?
Yeah, Bron is somebody that I always looked up to. He's probably been my favorite athlete my entire life. So, to be able to meet him and, have a connection with him immediately, whether it was through, learning about me any way that he had
Yeah.
or whatever it may be. But he's been a genuine dude. He's been someone that I've always tried to model my life after. Someone that I always seen as doing the right things when people were looking and when people weren't. And he respects me. He let me know that he cared for me. He respected me, and it's a testament to his character. He's always been the one that does the right things for the to he leads with by example, showing the ones behind him how to do the right things. But he's also, a resource, and when you personally get up on him, he's a genuine dude and he's all 100. And I like to say the same things about myself. So to be able to meet my idols and they be genuine, loving, caring, real people, it just inspires the next generation like me to do the same thing. And I hope it continues on with the people after me.
Yeah, it's cool when you meet the people you look up to and they actually live up to that like ideal that you have of them. That's cool. Obviously, it's not always like that, but in this situation, it clearly was.
Yes, sir. It definitely was. Shout out, Brian.
Yeah.
Much respect. Love.
All right, let me ask you about this game before we get to Don't Quit. You're obviously very familiar with the Kansas City Chiefs. Close game. I think a lot of people think it's essentially a pick 'em, Damar. You have faced, though, the Kansas City Chiefs. What do you make of this football game on Sunday? Who wins? Who wins the Super Bowl 58?
I've been staying away from answering that question, but I'm gonna give you the exclusive.
My man.
uh, I'm going with the Chiefs, man. I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. You can't. What I'm seeing, man. You can't go against 15 in a big game. He shows up. So, shout out to Pat Mahomes. Shout out to the Chiefs. I'll be Chiefs Kingdom on Sunday, but I'm all about that right there
Just for those for 3 hours, Chiefs Kingdom.
for 3 hours on Sunday.
Let's talk about Don't Quit. Damar, look, I've sat here, I've talked to a lot of guys, a lot of players about plugs and companies they're working with. I don't know if anything ever, though, fits as well as Damar Hamlin and Don't Quit, the great nutrition brand. Talk to me about what you and Don't Quit have going on, Damar.
It was a natural partnership. It fit. With my story being so persevering, it was the perfect thing for me. And we partnered up with Don't Quit to bring the world clean energy protein. And this thing right here is something special that I could have never even imagined. Just being able to have a product like this and be in the lab and create something like this, it was just super special. And I can't wait till the world gets to experience it.
That's amazing. Anything else, Damar, we didn't touch on that you want to get into?
Yeah, so it'll be launching worldwide on Walmart.com. And if anyone wants to pre-order, they can go to the website directly on don'tquit.com.
That's amazing.
Also, it's available now in the backyard of Buffalo in Tops Supermarket.
There it is. Well, knowing anything about the Buffalo Bills fans and how much they support you guys, I'm sure if it's not already sold out, it will soon be. Damar, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it so much. I know you are such a wanted man around Las Vegas right now. And
yeah, it sure will be sold out, man. Not only just because of the Buffalo support, but because it's such a unique product, man. It's not only the cleanest energy protein, but it's also flavorful. And the cookies and cream is my signature flavor.
woo,
I went with cookies and cream because that was my go-to on my journey a long time ago. From
yeah.
my days in high school, my days at Pitt, just trying to build myself up as an athlete that I needed to be to, be my best self, and to get where I wanted to go. So to be able to, live life and fast forward to being 25 years old, sitting here talking to you right now with this Don't Quit bottle and just seeing myself on it, it really is a special moment for me. So I'm glad to be here sharing this moment with you, and I can't wait till the world gets to experience this product.
Absolutely. Damar, thank you so much. Congratulations on everything that you've done. Thank you for everything that you've done. I appreciate your time so much, and enjoy the next couple of days at the Super Bowl.
I'll try to. I got 2 more busy days of work, and my weekend slows down, and then I'll be able to enjoy myself.
Right.
But thank you. I appreciate your time as well.
Of
You have a
course.
good one.
You too. Go have some fun. Go party a little bit after you get done working.
Will do.